Oh yeah, oh no. Maybe also smelly bunghole. Chimichanga, chimichanga. Chimichanga, chimichanga. Chimichanga, chimichanga. Oh, chimichanga, chimichanga. I fucking want some chimichanga, yeah, chimichanga. I fucking need it. A chimichanga, a chimichanga. I fucking want some. A chimichanga, yeah, chimichanga. I fucking need it. Chimichanga, yeah, chimichanga. I fucking want some. I fucking want some chimichanga, yeah, chimichanga. I fucking want some. Yo, I made up a weird song. We're just gonna be chilling and trimming, so. I've been expecting you, Clarice. Hello, Clarice. That's when a man becomes a manatee, Clarice. You never thought that a man could step into a manatee, did you, Clarice? Chimichanga, chimichanga. I fucking want some. Chimichanga, chimichanga. I fucking need it, yeah, yeah. A chimichanga, a chimichanga. I fucking need it. Yo, what's up, Zekra? Are you partaking, perhaps? I made up a weird song. Did you hear what I was singing? Chimichanga. I don't know if you want to even hear what I was singing. What's up, Zekra? Chicken Jockey. Yo, wait. Is that JG? Chicken Jockey. Yo, by the way, chimichanga, chimichanga. I fucking want some chimichanga, chimichanga. I fucking need it, chimichanga, chimichanga. I fucking want some chimichanga, chimichanga. I fucking need it. I fucking need a chicken jockey. I need a chicken jockey. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Chicken jockey, chicken jockey. Whoa, whoa, whoa. A motherfucking chicken jockey, yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are we getting down with the chicken jockey, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Who's getting down with me? We just be Chungus the Piglin. Is that me now? Are you saying I'm Chungus the Piglin? Who's dabbing with me? That's what we're doing here. Chimichanga, yep, Chungus the Piglin. No. Someone says no. That's okay. That's okay. Is that Teo the Chad? Did you change your name from JG Edits to what it is now? Yo, thanks so much for liking, by the way. Teo the Chad. Fire in the hole. You are Kagesh. I like that. Chad is a male version of a Karen. I don't know how much you know that I can appreciate that, Chad. Chad, you're talking in the third person and referring to yourself as a Karen. I love that about you. I love that about you. You Jimmy Chonga. You Jimmy Chonga. I fucking need it. It's pronounced Italian. Teo. What up, Grey Wolf? How you doing, bro? So good to see you guys. I super appreciate you guys coming out. I'm just chilling. We just relaxing, and I'll be doing some trimming over here. I'm gonna be doing some motherfucking trimming over here. Thanks so much for joining me, boys. You guys are awesome. Thank you for being here. Much love to you. Much love to your family. I'm not leaving. We're just getting started. I'm just trying to there we go. I'm just trying to get set up. You might ask yourself, what is the thing that's next to me? This thing. Oh, Kagesh, what time is it for you? Is it super late? Thanks so much for the likes, by the way, you guys. That's amazing. Please like and subscribe. I'll be out here every day. Every day. Until I get partnered with YouTube. Which is soon, hopefully. Thank you, Grey Wolf. I super appreciate you guys. You guys are amazing. What is the product being enjoyed? We've got some dabbies. And I have to be doing some trimming. Good night, my brother Kagesh. Good night, good sir. Thank you so much for being here. I super appreciate that. You are the storm that is coming. The cat that is cunning. The mouse that is running. What are we making, a haiku here? Making a motherfucking haiku here? What are we making, a motherfucking haiku here? What is this? What is this shit? A motherfucking haiku here? Chungus the cat? There's Teo the Chad, and then there's Chungus the cat. What do you think about that? Rotate my camera? Where? To me? Yes. I have become one with you. Listen to me, please. I will tell you the secrets of the universe now. The secrets are: cheese is what has been created as the universal source of creativity and upholding wisdom. I bet you never knew this, did you? No. So you guys, I have to be trimming. I do have to take a... Can someone please tell me really quickly, how do you take a screenshot on PC? Is it like Shift Alt S or something like that? You forgore? You forgore? You realize how unhelpful that is to me? Woo! That is not helpful. Whiskey in water bong and then smoke to get flavored smoke. That is crazy. Whiskey, hell no. That would not feel good because you're just inhaling the fumes of. Maybe it would. I don't know. Actually, you're onto something, lad. When I was younger, I used like Gatorade and shit. But not fucking whiskey, bro. I'll tell you, one time I was cleaning my bong and I had alcohol in it and I forgot that it was already clean, but it was full of alcohol still. And I thought it was just clear water. And I was like, oh, nice. I cleaned my bong. And I took a rip of it and it was pure ethanol alcohol. And it was so fucking horrible. It made me like almost puke because it was just like pure fumes of alcohol in your lungs. And they don't they don't like that. I am Aquaman. Jason, I am good gay. I am good gay. I am good gay. What does that even mean, Kagesh? I thought you said you had to fall asleep. What? You came back. I appreciate that you stayed. I am good gay. It's too funny. It's too funny that you just said that to me. What the hell? Chick and Jackie. I'm looking for JG edits. I need to take a screenshot, you guys. Here's my keyboard. Oh, I unplugged it. He skipped sleeping and came straight back to become gay. Oh, I'm a good guy. I'm a good guy. I appreciate that. I could be a good gay. You don't even know. I'm just kidding. I'm not. But my cat is like staring ominously into the fucking distance right now. Like completely frozen in time. My cat is frozen in time. Diddly biddly beep. Diddly biddly beep. Diddly biddly beep. Yeah, so I don't know really what happened. But I did try to apply for the partner program. And it said that my videos were not original content. But most of them are original content. I believe in aliens. And did our God create them? I am Jack Black mixed with Aquaman. Yes, that is I. Follow and subscribe. I do believe that aliens came from another planet and our God did create them. I do, for sure. That's like undeniable. Our God created the aliens? I mean, like, our God would have had to have created everything, right? My fucking hair is tangled on my finger. Okay, guys. I need to take a screenshot. This is what my mission is. I have to, I think it's like Shift 4S or something. I am from Colorado. Part Jesus. I am a music teacher, and I teach music to all ages, and I have this super young student, and I did a video with him on TikTok, that was showing him drumming, and then someone commented in noob. Someone commented with a picture of Jesus holding the hands of like a little Roblox child, like guiding him along the path. And I was like, what? I was like, what is that? Part Jesus and Jack Black. And Kagesh, you say I'm gay, and then you say I'm noob. Noob, I am Christian. I am Christian. I don't even know, you guys. You guys are confusing me. I don't even know, you guys. You guys are confusing me. I'm freaking out. What are you guys up to today, huh? What are you guys doing? I appreciate that you're joining me. That makes me happy. That makes me stoked. I have to trim though, for sure. For surezies. You guys are making me happy though. I need to figure out how to take a fucking screenshot, so I'll just look it up. Here we go. I got my PC right here. How to take a screenshot. Oh, it wasn't even typing. What the freak, man? You know me the whole time? How to take a screenshot on computer. I don't have a print screen key. Use the Windows key Shift S to access the snapping tool. Okay. That's what I was looking for. Damn it.
Yeah.
I figured it out, guys.
He like looks out, he's like all sweaty and shit. And he like look outside the plane. Like,
all right, hold on. I need
making these episodes is unreal. It feels like a beautiful evolution of Twilight.
Damn it.
Twilight Zone was very like stark and very like kind of serious. I mean, like
Uh-oh.
all the time. Like,
I lost it now. That's not good. Not good.
Twilight Zone is like it's like a very dark show.
Yeah.
And it looks a little more comical now just because I mean the show's made like
Damn it.
There was an episode where William Shatner was on a plane and was convinced that there was Bigfoot hanging on the wing of a plane. So not all of it.
How you guys doing out there? I have to find a certain. I have to find a certain thing there. I need to show you guys my my setup here. You are from Indian. Well, I am teaching 2 Indian students. At the studio where I teach at. So boom, got you.
Episodes because every performance is just like so fun. I love it. And Tales from the Crypt is a complete opposite. It's like cheesy. There's a lot of bad actors on it. There's a lot of people who got their start like Brad Pitt. I think that was his.
Okay. It's Windows Shift S. There we go. I figured it out. Oh my god, I feel like a genius. I feel incredible. Indian MP3. Teo, you are from Indian. You are. You need to realize this, Teo. You need to realize this. I'm sorry. I am too. I didn't know it before now, but it's true. It's a stark realization. It's a bit scary, you know? It's a bit scary. Okay, Windows Shift S. All right, I got it. You're not. I'm not, he says. Well, all right, I can understand that. Teo the Chan, Teo the Chan, oh Teo the Chan. Okay, what's up, guys? What's up, guys? What's up, guys? What's up, guys? I fucking misspelled it. Look, I can actually type in the chat now. Cause look, I got a keyboard. Oh my skibbity, what's up, guys? What's up, guys? What's up, gays? What's up, gays? Are we all gay? Or are we all guys? That's my question for you. Are we all gay or are we all guys? Right? It's a simple question, I would say. It's not that crazy. We're all guys. Okay. That's amazing. Thank you. Thank you for that. I really do appreciate that. Clearing me up on that, that makes me feel so much better. I'm talking to this girl, guys. I'm chatting to this girl who says, "Oh, I like you because you look like Aquaman and Jack Black and you can sing and stuff." Just kidding. That's what she sounds like, though. So maybe it won't fit. Maybe it just won't fit. What's up, guys? What's up, guys? We're not gays. We are boys. We are guys. Not just gays. Not just gays. Or maybe not gays. Or maybe not gays. But maybe we are. But maybe no one cares. Your typing is a very slow. Here, let's have a typing competition. Come at me, bro. Oh, it didn't even type. Oh, it did. It did. Yes, we do have gameplay streams for the future. It's like double typing in my chat, you guys. Look, let me show you something real quick. Because I love you guys so much. Let me show you something. That's you. That's you typing. And look, it's double typing. It's double typing for me. Because it's also typing on Twitch. Teo, what gameplay do you want to see? Do you want to see the rest of my stream? Or my setup? Look, there's my screen that runs the TV. There's my monitor. There's my PC. There's my other monitor. There's my laptop. All right. That's it. That's it. That's all I had to say. What's up, guys? What's up, guys? We're not gays. Okay, I have to mute this person. Oh, you do? That's awesome. Well, I'm glad to be one. What I just asked you a question though. What gameplay do you want to see? Thank you. Oh, there must be a lag behind. I want to play a game for you though. So, I would like to play a game for you. And that is what I would like to do. Oh yeah, I would like to play a game for you. Oh. I would like to play a game for you. Honestly, I kind of don't want to trim, but I know I have to. So that's, thank you so much, Kagesh. I appreciate that. By the way, by the by. Oh, we can just do it here. Here, we'll just do it here. How do you edit, here's my question. How do you edit Call of Duty, Roblox, Battlefields games, and more? Call of Duty. I do play zombies on Call of Duty. I do that. I certainly do. Display name. Oh, changing my display name won't change my username? Can you change? Can you change your username on Reddit, guys? No, it cannot be. Okay. Well, that is unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Boop 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 boop. Roblox is the best game. Roblox, you say? That is interesting. That is very interesting. Okay, so I don't know why we made our fucking I don't know why we made our profile have that name. Okay. I changed that. It did not change my username, so I don't know why. I guess your display name is different from your username. I don't even know. I don't even know. I guess we should just log in with my other email, probably. Okay, let's try to do this. It just says something went wrong. I don't even know. I would play Roblox, you guys. I would play Roblox. It won't let me join. Where am I? Oh. You're talking about Teo. Yeah, Teo, don't leave. Alright, I'm joining. It will not let me join. There we go. Please like and subscribe, you guys. Thank you so much for joining, you guys. This is I'm not leaving. I'm just saying thanks for joining because I really appreciate the viewers. It makes me happy to see you guys out here with me, enjoying life. I do think I'll take another Dabitha Doodah, if you will. If anyone wants to join me on that, I'd be happy to join you back. You know what I mean? Guys, I don't know what to say for the title of this post, but I really would like to figure it out. I really would like to figure it out. Oh, here's the screenshots. There we go. Someone messaged me on Discord. What did they say? What did they say to me? Direct messages. How come I can't see my other direct messages? Oh, I have to take a call. Hold on. I'll be right back, you guys. I'm back. Don't leave. Are you guys still there? It's really crazy to me. I am posting right now a picture that I saw from Tales of the Crypt in 1989 that looks like a spitting image of Ludwig. But it's actually, I think it's Brad Pitt. But yeah, I'm going to post on Reddit that it is Ludwig, and people are going to be like, what the fuck? That is my goal for right now. I don't know why. I feel compelled to be gay like that. But I need a good title for it. I was going to say proof that Ludwig is a vampire. He hasn't aged a bit since his debut episode on Tales of the Crypt in 1989, which is totally impossible, by the way. He's way older, or sorry, he's way younger than, he's not even, he was born way after 1989. But this picture looks literally just like it, so I'm trying to figure it out. Is anyone still there? Thanks so much for joining, by the way. You guys are awesome. Oh yeah, I can do crazy weird things. I can do crazy weird things on here. I remember now. Ooh. This is me when I was a kid. Look, that's me when I was a child. Woo! There's some pictures for you. Alright, I gotta take the dabby. Here we go, guys. A dabbeth will do ya. Is anyone there? Is anyone there? Is anyone there for me? Back. Teo. Kagesh was sad. He missed you, bro. He missed you, bro. He said, "Where are you going?" That's funny, dude. Outside to touch grass. Yeah, there you go. That's what I was doing earlier. I had to water the plants, but I tried to do that on TikTok, and then TikTok always restricts my stream. So that's why I'm deciding I should just come here instead, because TikTok literally restricts my stream every single time. And it's kind of bonkers. But, you know, it is what it is. Bonkers. Oh, bonkers. That shit's bonkers. Oh, fuck. That shit is bonkers. That is silly wackado bonkers. I love it. What the hell? Okay, guys. What is your profile picture? What is it? I can't even tell what it is, Teo. I can't even tell. Is it a dingleberry? Is it a dingleberry, dude? Please don't tell me that it's a dingleberry. I will be very sad. Dingleberry, nope. Oh, he's sniffing. Is that a doggy? Sorry. Doggies make dingleberries, though. Oh my god, that's cute. I like it. I love it. It's awesome. It's fucking awesome, lad. Oh man, oh my god. Oh, said, oh my god. It's a hamster? Uh-oh. So how you guys doing out there? Your YouTuber texting you? I've got to start the trimming, you guys. Oh, Ms. Kiff went live. Does anyone know who that is? Sison? Scion? Scion? Is that what it is? Alrighty, guys. It is time to trim. It is time to trim. It is time. It is time. Time to trim. It is time. I'm kind of hungry though. No. Jerky. What's your favorite food? Algorithm, do you love me? Algorithm, do you care? Algorithm, do you care about me? Can you live without me? Of course you can. It depends. That's a good answer. So, are you enjoying the summer so far? And what have you been getting into this summer? It's not even summer yet, I realized. Did you know that? It won't be summer until 8 days from now. Okay, we're trimming here. Well, what are some of the foods that you like, huh? Oh, shit. We just trimming, we just trimming. We got some good ones coming up. Should you ask your friend to stream sometime? Sure, why not? Why not? Why would you have to ask me? Don't ask me. What are you doing for the summer? Any cookies? Named all the products after desserts. I do make cookies. I make cookies for sure. Yeah, sherbet cream pie. I didn't name them though. Those are the names that they were given when they were created. I didn't actually create the strains because to genetically create the strains, it's very difficult to do. You have to isolate genetics and reproduce them many times over again in order to, you know, maintain a consistent genetic, and then once it stabilizes, they can finally call it a strain or like a new species, if you will. But I know they do that also with snakes and stuff. They breed all kinds of different variations of snake colors, and they have all sorts of weird names for the different colors, like ghost pythons and skeleton, and they've got all kinds of crazy names, just like strains of wheat. Oh my god. I just realized that too. I was like, yeah, like breeding snakes and tarantulas and shit like that is basically like breeding strains. Just different flavors and different potencies and stuff. Different profiles of, because it's not just the potency of it, it's the actual profile of the flavor that will give a certain added effect to it. It's like an entourage effect, people will say, to have a proper terpene profile. The terpenes are the flavor cells. They're the molecules that create the flavor. They're called terpenes. And yeah. But yeah. You're rotted? What even is that to say, Teo? What have you guys been doing over the summer, huh? Are you guys terminally online? You guys be online all the time? You guys be out here online all the time? Like brain rotted, yes. Okay, that's good. That's good to know, Teo. That's good to know. I can appreciate that, by the way. I can appreciate the rot. The rot of the brain, you know what I mean? I can appreciate the rot of the brain because I got it in my brain too. Oh yeah, I can appreciate what you got for me because that's what I got too. I can appreciate the rot of the brain because I got that fucking rot too. Oh. I can appreciate the rot of the brain. Because that's what I got to. Tell the Chad he's got brain rot in his brain because that's what he's got to. You guys. That snack was good. It helped me feel a little bit better. I gotta put on something here though.
Because it's so much more loose and like kind of comical. It goes over the top in so many great.
Damn it.
Okay, let's use the flex.
Alright. My doggy. My doggy was in front of me, yeah. So, how you guys doing?
Mysterious and creepy town of East Grinstead. On the surface, East Grinstead is just another bland town in Sussex, but it does have some incredibly creepy residents. On the outskirts is St. Hill Manor, which is a major headquarters for Scientology and used to be the global headquarters in L. Ron Hubbard's home. Rumour has it that Tom Cruise actually used a wing of St. Hill Manor to isolate during the first 3 months of lockdown. But it gets weirder still.
What?
For the Mormons and the little village for them all to live in is also in East Grinstead.
That seems crazy.
Weirder than that, Wickenden Manor just up the road is used by a mysterious Catholic sect, Opus Dei. All you need to know about these chaps is they crop up in Dan Brown novels. The Rosicrucian Order have their global HQ just outside East Grinstead and apparently guard a body of secrets integral to the universe. I'm not sure how true this is, but I'm pretty sure their leader is in the same WhatsApp group as the Masons and the Illuminati. There is also supposed to be ancient henges in the woodland surrounding East Grinstead where pagans and druids perform rituals. Picked off if you think I'm going to try and get footage of any of that. And the Jehovah's Witnesses also have a large presence here, but let's be honest, how boring are they compared to all the others? What the fuck?
Rituals, guys. Rituals. Rituals and aliens. Rituals and aliens. It's not been a it's been a bad year. It's been a bit of a rough year, yeah.
Are there secret handshakes?
I will say that.
I just got frightened because I was seeing those people.
You can see there, it's just normal British houses. You come into this road, and all the houses here are Steiner-inspired ones.
So welcome to East Grinstead. Our first stop is Wickenden Manor, home of Opus Dei.
Headed down a secret lane is a place called Wickenden Manor, which hides one of Catholicism's most secret organisations. Some members still wick themselves or wear metal chains around their thighs.
What the frick?
Or to stay pure for God. Opus Dei officially says
Stay pure for God by whipping yourself with chains and stuff?
You don't have to do any of it if you don't. It was featured in the Da Vinci
That's some Da Vinci Code shit.
Reputation. Albino monks whipping themselves with dark oaths in crypt churches.
And then look, he mentioned the Da Vinci Code.
It's too perfect, it's too quiet. We're going to have a quick drive and look at the place and stuff now. No signage or whatever to suggest it is what it is here. It's a beautiful house. Imagine Downton Abbey if they all just whipped each other. Wow. It's nice, but creepy. I want to turn around and get out fast.
also did the Quest of the Bloody Video.
So Opus Dei, founded by Jose Maria Escriva in 1928, and the rumor on the street is that Opus Dei actually bailed out the Vatican Bank for $250 million in 1985. Apparently, the Vatican Bank has had a lot of history.
Home insurance, ran out of money. Damn. Sell my prized muscle car.
Is a form of Christian masonry with aims to
Aw,
convert
dude.
the world. Other
That's horrible, bro.
controversies
I'm sorry.
include, get ready for these. Mortification of the
That's
flesh,
rough.
sexual abuse, recruitment of teenagers, elitism, misogyny, cult-like recruiting practices, high control of members in isolation, secrecy, being a Catholic version of Freemasonry, having too much independence from the Catholic Church, illicit use of psychiatric drugs and its central headquarters, and supporting the authoritarian hereditary governments. Mortification of the flesh, according to Opus Dei, includes three main forms. One is sleeping on planks instead of a mattress if you are a childless woman, wearing circular chain silicets with dull points around the thighs that cause pain but no bleeding for 2 hours a day, and self-flagellating while praying once a day.
Remember, this is for entertainment purposes only.
Opus Dei has one goal: to bring about a theocratic world order, not through prayers, but through policy. One of their hubs, the Catholic Information Center in Washington, D.C., just a stone's throw away from the White House. That's where Leonard Leo spent years growing his network. That's where
You live in a
seeds of
log
Project
cabin?
Horizon were moved. That's where seeds of Project
Yo,
Horizon
that's
were
wild.
planted. And who supports it? Clerics tied to Opus
That's
Dei,
fucking awesome,
lawyers,
though.
Judges, donors.
Is that where you are now?
Christian Dominion. Justice Scalia.
Bro, you gotta make some videos on that. I will watch that.
Bill Barr. Mike Pence even orbited in that circle. It's not a conspiracy, it's a real world strategy. They fund legal fellowships. They train.
Did you build it yourself?
High level seminars for judges, all while preaching religious liberty. But their version of liberty means rolling back your rights. They're building something slowly, carefully, not with ballots, but with judges, not with transparency, but with think tanks, donor networks, and closed door influence. This is not just religion, this is political warfare, cloaked in holiness.
Ooh.
You say that about everyone.
Next on the list is St. Hill Manor, the home of Scientology.
The religion was built by a guy called L. Hubbard, who previously wrote sci-fi. Just to be super clear, they are a religion and not a cult. And apparently the rumor is that they know exactly who you are before you even get to the gate. So if they are watching, then please like and subscribe. Scientology has some super famous members like Tom Cruise, Grant Cardone, and John Travolta, who famously tried booking a table at the local KFC. But I'm genuinely fascinated by Scientology. I visited the headquarters in LA too. They're notoriously unfriendly to YouTubers, so we're going to leave it there. No poking of the bear. We're just showing you where they are and how it works. It's a place where Tom Cruise himself apparently isolated during lockdown. So interestingly, there is a brawl going on in East Grinstead at the moment between Scientology and an ex-member. He claims that Scientology has its hands all in the local council, whereas Scientology claims that this guy was kicked out for stalking. That is interesting, Reed.
Come on, mate, about it.
It uses a procedure called fair game, which is to say that if you're opposed to Scientology, you do not deserve to live, and everything can and may be done to silence you. I was harassed on a daily basis for 16
Scientologists, man.
Scientology and spoke out. There's a process called noisy investigation. It's written up in Scientology and approved by Ron Hubbard. And what Scientology agent will do is they'll get a list of everybody you know, including
Oh, yeah.
your dentist, your travel agent, whoever, your friends or family.
Yeah, it definitely costs more to live out in the fucking wilderness.
We're gathering information about.
Cause you gotta, yeah.
And their criminal.
The amount of, there's so many variables in that. Like the amount of gas that it takes to get to places, the fact that you have to get like gas ordered out to you, electricity is super expensive, internet to get it out there is super expensive, so. And then the land itself, I don't know, unless You own all the land that it's on.
Scientology, then they- I was told when.
But yeah, that's wild, man.
Position in the UK defected after a conversation with me, and she told me that they'd spent £2 million harassing me until that point. It was incredibly destructive. It took
That's
me
wild.
17 years to recover my physical health.
That's
All after
crazy,
litigation,
bro.
They sued me in America. They sued
I
me
feel
in
bad,
America,
man.
And through legal costs, I was bankrupted. My marriage fell apart. My health came apart. It took me about 17 years to get back to a place where I could stand up again.
Makes you wonder why people get involved with them in the first place.
At this point, everyone knows about the Galactic Lord Xenu and Scientology.
The evil Lord Xenu.
But there was once a point in time that for decades, the Galactic Lord Xenu's existence was the greatest secret in all of Scientology. So seeing former Scientologists relive the moment that they learned about the Galactic Lord Xenu is something else. The crazy thing is they all saw it for what it was. They knew it was ridiculous. But they had all painted themselves into a corner to the point that they had to believe it. It couldn't all be for nothing. And even though they're laughing and their reactions are humorous, it's important to remember that they had already lost years of their lives just to get to that point. And it would be even more years before they were able to let go of everything and leave the Church of Scientology. Check this out.
Well, what is a Scientologist? You need to be in Scientology for 7 or 8 years and in for a couple $100,000 before you finally learn this backstory of Xenu the Galactic Overlord. Now, if you were told that on day one, how many people would join?
You hear these stories people tell of these abilities they've been able to gain.
Could read your mind and they could move objects at will and they could
Scientologists, guys. Scientologists.
And they give me the secret materials that you've been hearing about all this time. They're handwritten by Hubbard. And I read it. It doesn't make any sense.
The Starbucks story, it didn't make sense.
I remember for one fleeting second thinking, well, maybe it's an insanity test. Maybe if you believe this, they kick you out. This guy, space guy.
Galactic Overlord, this was the prison planet and people being captured and being brought to planet Earth.
What are you talking about? I'm down for the self-help stuff, and I can get rid of the negative emotions. What the fuck is this? Yeah, what the fuck's the hell about?
Scientology's crazy, right?
The Scientologists believe that
Scientology is crazy.
Evil Lord Xenu rounded up billions of the alien species, brought them all to Earth, dumped them in the volcanoes in Hawaii. Their spirits then went floating up into the atmosphere, and these days those confused spirits attach themselves to us. They're called body beacons, and that's where a lot of our negativity comes from. L. Ron Hubbard, the founder of Scientology, wrote most of his stories here, and now it's a major pilgrimage spot for Scientologists all over the world, including the celebrities. Tom Cruise spent lockdown 1 here. He also bought a house for about £4 million nearby, which he has now since sold to Peter Andre. Peter Andre has nothing to do with Scientology. I told you East Grinstead was weird. It gets weirder.
How can it get weirder?
And next we head into the Ashdown Forest, home of Winnie the Pooh and other bear people.
This is where it's said that the Druids and the Pagans and the Satanists come and do whatever it is they do on an evening. And I know what you're all thinking. Out of everything going on in East Grinstead, this is probably where the fun is.
Deep in these woods, the stories are that there are rituals taking place. There are drums banging, there's Satanist symbols in trees, sometimes even complete nudity in circles. Can't see anything today, but if you can imagine at night time sometimes, shit goes down here. Though it's obviously the middle of the day, there's nothing going on right now, but cameraman Harry has offered to get his kit off and that's kind of bonfire, so let's do this. I had a message last night from someone saying there's secret ayahuasca rituals in the forest around Forest Road.
I've not heard about it, but that would not surprise me.
There's stories of rituals in most forests.
Ashdown Forest, the sprawling heathland and woodlands in East Sussex, is not only the inspiration for A.A. Milne's Winnie the Pooh, but it also harbours a darker side. The forest is said to be haunted by the ghost of a man who mysteriously disappeared during a camping trip years ago. According to the legend, he ventured into the forest on a fateful night and vanished without a trace. his restless spirit is believed to wander the same paths he once walked, calling out for help. Many visitors who walk through Ashdown after dark claim to hear the sounds of footsteps trailing behind them or distant voices calling their names. Ashdown Forest remains one of the more eerie locations in England, where the line between the living and the dead seems thinner than anywhere else.
If people get that mission, the police would do something about it.
No, right? It's an independent state. They've got their own government.
For the first 1999 years of history, Ashurst Wood in East Sussex was just an ordinary English country village. But then there was a meeting, and the People's Republic of Ashurst Wood, a nation state, or prawns for short, was declared.
At the risk of cracking a very bad joke, they don't all pick your prawn crackers though.
Oh, they do, and we are. In fact, it's a prerequisite that we are crackers. Mad and bonkers, that's great. It's the norm in Ashford.
Now there are border checks to make sure no one enters or leaves the village without the correct paperwork. A Ministry of Propaganda, which doubles as the post office, where you can buy your prawn passport. And there are 2 ministries for mental health, which seem among the most popular places to visit.
We have had to evict a lot of people into the Ministry of Mental Health because a lot of the local prawns had prawn crackers.
I've been away with Christmas and I've come back and I haven't got a clue what's going on, and I think they're all gone balmy. All in all, I was quite impressed with the new republic and was all set to sign up as a citizen. But unfortunately, apparently I've already broken at least 6 of the new rules of the Constitution. So as you can probably see, I'm now being deported. Thank you. Oh.
They're a bunch of fucking
Ah!
It's a psyop, right? They want people to think there's nuts so no one believes the crazy stories.
I know you're asking, why is a town with a Wetherspoons that looks like a strip club such a hotbed for all of these obscure groups? One theory is East Grinstead sits on the prime meridian, the meridian line which separates the Western Hemisphere from the Eastern Hemisphere. I'm walking straight along it now. The half of me is in the east, the other half of me is in the west, but lots of other places in the world sit on the prime meridian. But East Grinstead also has these things underneath it called ley lines. I don't really know what ley lines are. So you combine the meridian line with the ley lines that run underneath the ground here, and that could be why so many groups have gathered here. I don't know though, that's just a theory.
I'm not sure about ley lines.
Trust me, Fred. Some people can see them.
I'm with Joe and Mum here, who have a very unique ability, so they can see ley lines.
So ley lines to me are yellow. It's like yellow little lightning strikes in the air, telling you which direction it's going in and how fast. And it goes literally from the ground right the way up to the sky. So there's earth lines and ley lines. Ley lines are man-made. The Stone Age man wanted to trade between different tribes, so they moved magnetic stones into a line.
So this is fascinating. So you could also have this, you could see dead people, you could see these energy lines and everything else,
Yeah.
but you chose not to indulge in it.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
I just got frightened because I was seeing dead people. I didn't realise what they were, but they were not normal. And I just thought it was me sort of conjuring them up.
So how do you turn that off then?
Turned my back and said, go away, I don't want anything more to do with any of you. And, they left me. So the ley line comes through from in front of the church, goes through here, goes through this hedge, and the earth line comes from that way and comes through here.
And you're seeing both right now.
Yeah.
And just
So this one's yellow. At the moment it's going very slowly that way, but soon it will swap round.
whereabouts? Like here? Is it thick? Is it?
It's about, ley line's about that big.
Right.
Earth line's a bit narrower.
So you're right in the middle of it now.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Leave it up, mate.
Trust me, Fred. They're legit.
Did you know that all ancient sites are connected with one another? What about ley lines? The ley lines are energetic, magnetic, spiritual, and very powerful, and they run all over the earth.
Ley lines?
By doing so, they weirdly enough connect a lot of ancient sites with one another. They were rediscovered.
Ley
in
lines. I never
1846.
knew of this.
Reverend Edward Duke noted that ancient sacred sites align with prehistoric monuments as well as churches. Now we know it's common practice that churches are built on something older, so whether or not the people in the Middle Ages were aware of the ley lines is up for debate. And we do use ancient lines like longitude and latitude, which were developed by the ancient Greeks. Or way earlier than that, since most of the Greek knowledge comes from the Babylonians and Egyptians and Sumerians, and they say that they got the knowledge from the gods. So where does that leave us? Nowadays, we rediscovered that sacred geometry can be found everywhere in nature. So, is it that outrageous to say that there's a sacred geometrical pattern that goes across our entire planet? So, to me, the question more so becomes, why did the ancients do it?
We got to do an episode on ley lines, right?
Yeah, let us know in the comments what subjects you guys want to see us do next.
The Steiner schools are about freedom and individual destiny in life.
Yeah, no, it's just like an alternative learning, which I think is pretty cool in some ways. Like, I think kids need to be doing more outdoorsy learning and all that kind of stuff.
Is dancing quite a big part of it?
Eurythmy. Yeah, they do a thing called eurythmy, which I think is like, you know how when you do your GCSEs, you've got to do like maths, English, and what like the key ones. Eurythmy is like this dancing thing, and I'm pretty sure it is a GCSE dancing and making wave movements with your body, I think.
They do this eurythmic performance and they tell the story, and the 9-year-olds are like, they're the river, or they're the trees, or the older pupils are the actual protagonists, the characters, and it's a blend of dance and acting and drama they do is as good as something you could see in the West End.
We're a couple of streets away now. You can see there, it's just normal British houses. You come into this road, and all the houses here are Steiner-inspired ones. They look like futuristic, like cyberpunky.
Roofs.
The roofs are made of copper.
Yeah, copper roofs. You see it when they have to get the roofs redone, they'll be like really shiny, all the colour of copper, like gold, bronzy.
She's got lasers, right?
Oh, fuck's sake, come on, tell us. The scores didn't sound that bad.
That right, Steiner's fucked up.
So the man, Steiner, basically developed Waldorf education back when he was alive in the early 1900s to educate the children of workers in the Waldorf cigarette factory, and kind of just got free rein to develop this curriculum. He felt that he was a clairvoyant and had this way of interacting with these other realms, and believed in basically like a racial hierarchy in a different way than, for example, the Nazis believed in a racial hierarchy, but not that different, not different enough. He thought humans went through different levels of spiritual evolution, and that some races were effectively left over from the previous evolution of humanity. And if we wanted to move on to the next version of humanity, there needed to be this like purity retained within the Aryan race.
Yikes.
Well, that ruined that.
Yeah, right. The whole town's nuts.
Next is home to the Rosicrucians, who were in Spinstead and have since moved 20 minutes away. They mix Bible verses, Egyptian magic, psychic powers, and out-of-body travel. The person who founded it is rumoured to not even exist, and nobody from the outside ever gets a look in. I think the Rosicrucians are fascinating.
The Rosicrucian order are said to guard and study secrets around physics, the universe, and our psychology, and even healing. They learned from the teachings of Solon, Pythagoras, and the ancient Egyptians, amongst many others. Now, this is quite interesting because Plato told us that Solon went and learned from the ancient Egyptian priests about Atlantis. Obviously, Atlantis did things differently with how they generated energy and moved around and healed and things like that. So if this mob behind me know anything about any of that, it would be nice if they shared it with the rest of us.
These guys sound interesting.
They're part of Freemasons, right?
Have you ever wondered why we exist? A secret society called the Rosicrucians claim to have the answer in something called the Great Chain of Being. They believe that our souls are on an eternal journey, evolving and growing through countless lives. But it's not just about changing bodies, it's about progression, evolution. Since energy can't be destroyed, only transformed, our soul's essence continues towards a goal. See, the great chain of being says that everything in the universe is interconnected and organized into a hierarchy. It goes like this. At the bottom, you have matter, then plants, then animals, then humans, and finally divine beings. According to the Rosicrucians, each level has its own level of consciousness and spirit. So the journey of the human soul isn't just about experiencing different lives, but also about climbing up the chain. So what's the end goal of this journey? It's not just rebirth, it's evolution towards perfection, becoming divine.
It's an interesting concept. The core of the Rosicrucian tradition, this is why it was not accepted by the Catholic Church and things like this. The core of it was that you don't go through any external human being or physical institution to connect to spirit. You connect to spirit directly up your own energy column, and you connect to higher worlds, higher beings, spiritual inspiration. You don't have to go through an intermediary. Hard to make money if you don't have an intermediary. Exactly. Catholic Church didn't appreciate that at all. Yeah, I was taking away their power. And again, one reason that this Rosicrucian reformulation of the Grail tradition happened around this time. It was the beginning of the Protestant Reformation. There were people saying, we want to still have an understanding of the Christ impulse, but we don't want to be stuck in this authoritarian control structure that the Catholic Church has created. So around that time, the Rosicrucians come out.
If we're not in a simulation, it sounds like a religion I could get behind.
Not a simulation, bro. I told you, they're Masonic.
In our modern day and age, there has been close associations between the Rosicrucian order and the Masonic fraternity. And in fact, within the Masonic fraternity itself, there are groups referring to themselves as Rosicrucian, which are, they're invitational to Masons that are seeking to do further research. Some of the main teachings that were found within the Rosicrucian tradition included the study of alchemy and Kabbalah and mystical Christianity. The Rosicrucians believed that they could actually create certain elixirs which could heal the body, stimulate consciousness. They were supposed to heal people free of charge. If they were making gold, which they considered a talent of lesser importance, that money should go towards the poor and towards reimbursing themselves for their equipment that they needed in order to do the operation.
These guys sound cool.
Yeah, that looks like the Freemasons.
And next, we head down the road to New Chapel to see a very impressive Mormon temple.
It marries couples for all eternity, baptizes the dead.
Since 1958, apparently only 2 outsiders have ever been allowed inside.
But with my wife for about 3 or 4 years, and as much as I love her, I can't imagine spending eternity together.
The secret names and mystical tokens of the Mormon Melchizedek priesthood are demonstrated by the patron to the worker representing the Lord behind the veil. Present her at the veil and her request shall be granted. What is that?
The first couple of the last priesthood.
Has it a name?
It has.
The people that go through these ceremonies, either for themselves or standing in for the dead, experience a tremendous sense of power. Those who have successfully remembered the combination of secret names at handshakes feel responsible for having provided eternal salvation for themselves and the dead whom they represent. Salvation through Jesus Christ is considered by Temple Mormon to be totally insufficient in attaining that personal salvation or godhood.
Maybe they're not that clever.
Yeah, bro, they're fucked up.
Mormon temples are one of the most cult-like places on earth, not just in terms of their secretive ritual. Back in 1990, the church decided to revamp its temple ceremonies, partially eliminating some of the more gruesome aspects like throat disentangling and tearing out by the root. But here's the kicker. Those horrific rituals didn't completely vanish. The vestiges of those barbaric oaths are still there, lingering beneath the surface. You know, when I went through the temple, I had no idea that those sick, torturous elements still echoed throughout the ceremonies. Even though they were a little harder to spot, it was a faint reminder of the Masonic-inspired fanatical nonsense that was once a core part of the ritual. Sure, they cleaned it up a little bit for public consumption, but the underlying mentality of control and fear is still there. The church can try to distance itself from the past, but the ghost of these cult-like practices continues to haunt modern Mormon temple.
That did sound pretty fucked up.
Told you, bro. The Freemasons are the Illuminati.
We've just been invited for a pint for a Freemason it's not often that someone from the world's most secret society offers you a meeting. So we're gonna go have a chat, see what's what, ask him some questions, and see what he thinks of the place. Are there secret handshakes?
Oh, yes.
Can you teach us, or are they too secret?
Well, there are, but it's not as sinister or as spooky as you might think. The main thing is that the secret handshakes, and there are passwords and signs, salutes if you like, but that all goes back when people didn't have certificates to prove their qualifications. You needed to be able to simplify that to your potential employers.
So the ceremony itself is something that's gone on for, we don't know, over 300 years.
1717, that kind of began.
Yeah, as far as we know, and this is a one-act play, 30, 40 minutes, something like that, that's been handed down verbally, generation to generation to generation.
From a conspiracy point of view, you know, people say Freemasons rule the world and it's the most secret society ever. From what you experience, it is a social club and it's nothing sinister, it's just a very normal group of people doing normal things.
Yeah. I wish there was a conspiracy. I wish there was a way that I could get myself. I'm looking for a job at the moment. If anybody can help me get a job, or £1 million, or hook me up with something, it'd be grand. But unfortunately, you pay your money, and it's a social club.
Yeah, I mean, it's true that over the years, I mean, Kevin was talking about the founding fathers. I mean, so many of the American presidents have been Freemasons, and the people who founded America. And so, if you want, you could take that spin on it. They're members of the royal family. But in terms of a conspiracy whereby they're all plotting to do something, absolutely not.
It seemed pretty normal.
The guys are very nice, right? They don't tell them nothing.
Anybody familiar with the compasses and square symbol of Freemasonry? With the G in the middle? Well, that's what the G stands for at the highest level. They'll talk about many porch masons, either the exoteric masons that are given the teachings of the profane and they think they're in the know, okay? They're given the information, oh, this only means geometry, it only means God, etc. Okay? One of the things they'll tell you it means at a slightly higher level is that it means gnosis, knowledge. At a higher level, at illuminated levels of Freemasonry, which are above 32nd degree, they will give you what the real meaning of the G inside the compasses and squares, and it is the generative principle. It means genesis, creation.
Freemasons rule the world, right? We'll have to save that for next time.
Hold on, so we're going to do the giveaway.
Leave a comment for Johnson Raven for next episode. Mysterious breakfast.
Bye-bye. Pick something from my website and we'll send it straight out. Yeah, a big thanks to all our channel members.
Don't get cold, right? We got movie nights, game nights. It's great fun.
And as always, thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next one.
Is anyone still out there? Anyone in the chat?
This episode
Anyone?
of Watt Files is brought to you by PBS Debt.
Ouch.
In September 1989, Doug Muchler reported for duty. He was a counterintelligence officer stationed at Fort Richardson, just outside Anchorage, Alaska. His job was investigating espionage and terrorism, so his first stop was the map room. He needed to get the lay of the land. Doug grew up in Ohio, so learning about the rugged terrain and wilderness of Alaska would take a lot of studying. Alaska is a big place, almost 700,000 square miles, twice the size of it, not surveyed.
Ow.
He set the question aside. He was a chief warrant officer in military intelligence. He figured if he needed to know, he'd know. Still, something about that location haunted him. And 3 years later, he'd find out why. Where could he be?
borrow the truck anymore. I don't even know what that stain is.
Oh, my baby spit. She can't help it.
That's really too. I don't. Dude, look, I said I don't want to know.
Oh, come on. You rub a little club soda on it, it comes right out. Hey, look. If you owe me some money, we won't need your truck.
Okay. What's the money for this time?
Dirty and I are starting a new business. Camel toe. Okay. Here's our commercial. Ready? Is your car broken down? Do you need a tow? Call Camel Toe. We'll hitch you to a hump and camel tow you anywhere you need to go. Cash only, WAP and AAA membership not accepted. Other restrictions may apply.
Didn't you already start that rideshare business?
Oh, yeah, that didn't work out. I kept receiving calls that were, let's just say, salacious.
Salacious?
It means inappropriate.
I know what it. Look, I'm not doing that bit again. Will you just call PDS Debt?
Oh my! Did you just camel tow your vehicle into today's sponsor?
I sure did. PDS Debt is a top-rated company on Google and have an A+ rating on the BBB. They have options for anyone struggling with a lot of monthly debt payments. Credit cards, personal loans, collections, medical bills. Everyone with over $10,000 or more in eligible debt qualifies.
Yeah, but my credit score is, well, it's terrible.
Well, there's no minimum credit score required. Bad and fair credit is accepted. You can save thousands in interest and fees and pay off your debt in a fraction of the time. PDS is giving our qualified viewers a free debt analysis just for completing the 30-second online assessment at www.pdsdebt.com/files.
That's pdsdebt.com/files.
That's it.
Okay, I'll call him right now.
Good. So you can stop trying to get into my safe.
Oh, I'm not working on the safe. I got the Beaver Brothers on that. Beavers are master safe crackers. Haven't you ever heard of beaver burglars?
I think you mean cat burglars.
Right. Hey, boys, try a human's cat's birthday. Yeah, see, I told ya, predictable.
It was late 1992, and Doug Muchler was killing time with a few dozen off-duty soldiers. Someone shushed the group and turned up the TV. The local news was running a story about an underground nuclear detonation in China. It was so powerful that it sent shockwaves in the Earth's crust all the way to Alaska. But that wasn't the story. When seismologists analyzed the data, they saw the cross-section of a huge object about 100 feet below the surface in central Alaska. It was a pyramid, a huge pyramid, bigger than the Great Pyramid of Giza, 550 feet tall from the top to the base. The news showed the pyramid's location on a map. Doug wasn't sure, but he could swear it was right in the middle of the location marked, "This area not surveyed to date." He ran to the map room. He was right. Next stop, his quarters. He set his VCR to record the 11 o'clock news. He needed to be sure. The late night news came and went without a single mention of the pyramid. Doug called a few news junkies he knew. Nobody heard anything about it. The next day, with military intelligence credentials, Doug went to the local news station. The station manager said there was no such story and had no idea what Doug was talking about. They returned to his office. Doug stood in the lobby for a minute, confused. Not only did he see the news story, but almost 40 other soldiers did too. The station manager's strange behavior made Doug feel that something wasn't right.
And Men in Black stepped by.
Well, that's what Doug thought. But this visit was off the books. He had no authority here. As Doug was heading out, he heard a voice behind him. It was one of the younger employees. The kid nervously gestured for Doug to come over, so he did. The younger man was clearly rattled. He looked around, lowered his voice, and said that the story was true.
Look, I'm not supposed to say anything. I could get fired for this, but this just isn't sitting right.
Doug acted like he wasn't sure what the kid was talking about, but he was pretty sure what he was talking about.
That story about the underground pyramid is real. We ran it during last night's 6 o'clock broadcast. A few hours later, a couple of scary guys in suits came by the station and grilled my boss in his own office. Next thing I know, the story is pulled from the 11 o'clock lineup, and all the tapes of the story were confiscated. It's all gone.
Doug asked why. Although again he knew the answer, he just wanted to hear this kid say it.
After the suits left, the news director said we had to kill the story because it involved a Chinese nuclear test. It was a matter of national security. We were told to forget about it. The nuclear test, the pyramid, all of it. Pretend it never happened or face criminal charges. That's all I know.
The kid begged Doug to keep him out of it, and Doug agreed. Again, as an experienced intelligence officer, Doug knew these tactics.
We're getting close, guys.
Press the issue with his superiors, so he didn't.
Getting close. This is a good one here.
I went back to the office in formation that night. I told everybody what I found out, and the guys in the unit were like, wait a minute, we watched it. And I didn't mean it didn't run it. You know, the same thing I was saying.
Doug continued his normal duties at Fort Richardson, but he couldn't stop thinking about that pyramid. He was frustrated, but there was no way to get more information. Then, a year later, Doug was transferred to Fort Meade in Maryland, home of the National Security Agency, and that would provide an opportunity. In 1993, Doug Muchler was transferred to Fort Meade, Maryland. Fort Meade is known for being the headquarters of the NSA. Doug said he wasn't working for the NSA, but for a unit nearby.
Oh, he was totally working for the NSA.
Probably. Fort Meade was also home to a giant warehouse of files. Row after row, shelf after shelf, floor after floor. It was a giant archive of government activity, and much of it top secret.
Ooh, like where you keep the ark and all that stuff?
No, this place was just files.
I'd still like to snoop around there.
So would I. Doug played it cool. He introduced himself to the archivist and showed him his credentials. Doug asked if there were any files about archaeological sites in Alaska. He didn't say pyramid or anything like that. He kept his questions non-specific. The archivist didn't blink. He wrote down a few numbers and handed Doug a slip of paper. The floor, the row, the shelf. Doug was getting closer. He found the Alaska files. He pulled a few and settled into a reading room. But he wouldn't get the chance to learn anything.
Here come the man in black.
And I had just sat down, and these two guys came, you know, you can feel someone standing behind you. And these two goons go, hey, you don't have a need to know for that information.
Doug turned around and asked what they meant. He was just looking at archaeological sites in Alaska. They said, we know what you're looking for. You need to leave the building immediately. Doug asks why.
They don't want us messing with them up there anymore. They don't want you messing with them up there. They don't want us, anybody, messing with them.
Wait. Messing with who up there?
Well, that's what Doug wanted to know. But the two guys,
Men in black.
right, they realized they just said too much. Doug left the warehouse, resumed his duties, and kept quiet. But after he left the service, he went public with the story. Marty Johnson shook his head and quietly laughed. As an engineer in the Navy during World War II, he worked on more than his share of top secret projects. But this was something else. He was flown from Omaha, Nebraska to Unalakleet, Alaska, wherever that was, and then rushed onto a white bus with blacked out windows. On the bus were a few engineers and technicians. Once everyone was settled, the bus started driving east. Nobody was told where they were going, or specifically what they were doing. And honestly, Marty didn't care. It was exciting. While most of the passengers seemed nervous, Marty was smiling ear to ear. He felt like a character in a spy novel. After the war, Marty was recruited by Western Electric Manufacturing. Well, technically, he worked for Bell Labs, created from the engineering department of Western Electric and half owned by AT&T. When offered the job, Marty didn't need much convincing. He'd be working on highly classified projects for the military. His specialty was electrical engineering, but Marty Johnson could build or fix anything he threw at him. He liked the challenge, and working on cutting-edge tech was right up his alley. In the late 40s, he worked with transistors. These little devices revolutionized electronics. He had no idea how Bell came up with the idea, but wow, did they change everything.
Aliens gave them the transistors.
Maybe. future. He couldn't tell his family where he was or what he was doing, but the group shuffled into the shed. The group shuffled into the shed. The officers came in last and closed the door. In unison, everyone sighed in relief. One of the officers told the group to grab the rail and hold on. He yanked the metal gate across the door and pushed a button. With a quick jerk, the platform began dropping. Now Marty understood. The shed was just an entrance to this elevator shaft. As the elevator descended, the temperature warmed a bit. It was still cold enough to see his breath, but at least they were spared from the biting wind. After daydreaming a bit, Marty realized they'd been going down for a long time. The elevator finally stopped. The officer opened the gate and gestured for everyone to step out. Marty followed the group out into the hallway. It looked like every military office building he'd ever been in. The gray concrete floor and walls painted green beige, the constant buzzing of overhead fluorescent lights, all too familiar. The group started moving again. Marty felt like he was on a museum tour, just following the crowd. They passed plenty of doors, so this place must be bigger than it looked. The doors had no names, only numbers. Clean, simple, efficient. Definitely military. The officer up front raised his voice a bit so everyone could hear. Before they started their 4-week orientation, they would get to see the project. Finally, Marty thought. Judging by the murmurs in the group, he wasn't the only one becoming impatient. After making a few turns here and there, they reached the end of the hallway. They were standing in front of a huge steel door. It had to be 15 feet high and wide enough to drive a car through. The officer grabbed a red phone receiver off the wall and spoke into it. Marty couldn't hear, but he chuckled to himself as he imagined the officer saying, "Open sesame." From somewhere, there was the sound of metal on metal, and the door began to slowly swing open. Not only was the door tall and wide, it had to be a foot thick. What could be in here that required security measures like this? Was it nukes? Marty hoped it wasn't nukes. They walked through the door into a giant cavern. Then Marty saw it, and everything made sense. The blacked out windows, the secrecy, the security. The officer proudly announced, "Gentlemen, welcome to the Dark Pyramid." In the spring of '78, Lee Pearson was at the Unalakleet Airport trading war stories with a fellow vet. Lee retired at the
Thing went black. Okay, guys, I'm probably gonna end it here, but I love you. I will catch you next time.
With the engine running and the rotor spinning, Lee looked around. There were a couple of small guardhouses